Let's see what John in York has to say. He joins us on the line this morning. Morning, John.
Morning.
What's your verdict of this? Is this a victory for the anti-fracking protesters or not?
No, the frackers should be back. INEOS and Third Energy, there's money to be made here. Let's get back in there and get some fracking done. Once we get fracking and that, I know there's going to be hundreds of movements of trucks and that, and you might get one or two spillages and that, but it's only a few fishes what might die or what have you initially. And let's get there and get some fracking done. I mean, the what do you call it? The customers of Barclays are backing Third Energy, so I'm sure they're all in favour of the fracking as such.
Do I sense a man with his tongue stuck firmly in his cheek this morning when he says things like it's only a few fishes that might die and somebody might make a profit from this?
Maybe so, but fracking is good. It must be good because the government is backing it. Let's get on with it and make some money. And the chemicals that are underground or what have you, they probably won't be bubbling up for 10, 20 years or what have you. And then they will cause big pollution problems as such to the land, the cattle, the people, the children or what have you. But it's going to be a long time before that happens. And as been stated at this weekend or what have you, if it does happen after the licence is expired, it's the landowner who's responsible. We'll be long gone, the frackers. They'll be long gone. Let's make some money and leave the problems to the landowners in future. John,
your sense of satire is absolutely burning this morning. Quite clearly, you're not really in favour of fracking at all, are you? You're sort of highlighting, I think, what you regard as a rather cynical process of deciding to frack.
Maybe so, but what I call it, it's going to happen. The government's all in favour of it, and they're going to come back in the future, and they've already got the customer at Drax for the gas or what have you, so it's all going to happen.
I don't think Drax are going to burn it. Let me just ask you this: you've done your superb satirical bit for us this morning. What's your actual answer to my question? Is this a victory for the anti-frackers that Third Energy have moved the gear off the site and they don't actually have governmental permission yet because they can't, or so it would seem at present anyway, prove their financial resilience to go ahead with the project?
If the frackers have moved off the site, it is, good. But it's what I call it, the government will let things lie and then they'll come back again and they'll start. And once they do start, it will be big time, it will be. And because you've set a precedent at Kirby Misperton and what have you, then it'll just roll out across the country, and when it's on our doorsteps just outside York or whatever, it will say, oh, we shouldn't be doing that, but it's too late. So, they've made the protest, they have fought it, but it's not a victory as yet.
Thank you very much indeed. John on the line from York, arch cynic. I wondered what he was talking about when he started there. Only a few fishes dying, and maybe the pollution from that fracking might cause will only bubble up in 15 or 20 years, and then it won't be the fracking company's responsibility. John displaying the art of satire this morning.